Yes, but we're getting into the game now, so.
Yep.
Game begins, and you have a lot of things on the fire. The only thing I could add is that when you go to what's it called, Enzo's bar this time, you actually can see like a couple of books from your school.
Oh, is the well, for lack of a better term, former prince just going over some of the books to
Well,
prepare for a new job is
no,
like
not the no, not the former prince, the bartender's daughter.
Oh yeah, she's actually starting to study. I see.
Yeah,
Good for her. I'll be bringing her under my wing soon enough once she gets the basics down.
Excellent.
Yes.
like the former prince is actually going directly to limping directly to the school.
I'm assuming we've gotten him a nice cane.
I assume so too.
Yeah. So he's got a noticeable limp, but he's improving greatly. And hey, he gets that good feeling of helping students out while I slowly brainwash him into our way of thinking.
And his sister comes by every once in a while when they have to transfer prisoners to the silversmith.
Ooh, goody.
AKA the necromancer's kingdom, AKA the prison island.
Oh, I was hoping it wasn't tied to one of the big ones, and we could have corrupted it. Oh well, moving on. So
I don't know. Maybe there's a chance. I don't know how successful we'll be, but hey.
For now, so what kind of construction do we want to focus on right now? Do we want to start building the fortress around the mines? Do we want to get a rail line up to the mines?
I think, in my own personal belief, getting troops to an area is always beneficial. If you can have your army be there quicker than the enemy thinks you can, that'll be one big surprise. So I'm thinking a rail line for now. Plus, also, we can use that to help transport materials to the mine when we do need to make this star fort, whatever you're calling it.
Oh, yeah. Well, not only that, we could also massively increase the amenities that the miners have access to when they're, off shift for a couple of days. They can take the train back to the main city where they can relax.
It'll be much better than either using steam wagons or on foot or whatever they need to
it's currently
head back to
steam
town.
wagons mainly. Catching a ride with the transports of pig iron, coal, and low refined copper.
I think it would be beneficial if we do the train first, because that will help the miners help transport supplies, and also we could make a cat or an area in the trains where it's mostly where people can relax, have amenities, probably some food being served.
The mine facility already has, they've got a tavern, they've got a mess hall, a couple of other businesses have cropped up there. But so we don't need to bring any new amenities there. I'm just saying that they'll have access to the city's amenities once we have a train line operational.
Yeah, because here's a main mine. Well, here's a city mine, if you will. 1 second.
Yeah.
I would say we should do train first, but that is just my opinion.
What are your thoughts, Veb?
Train means we can bring more supplies in quickly, right?
Yes, more supplies for less cost, as well as bring out more material for less cost.
So we bite the bullet with the train. We then recoup the loss with the train.
In a sense, it's a long-term investment. Not only that, but we can always retrofit the trains for other usages later.
So I go with train.
Okay, let's get construction. I'm going to go to the big workshop where we built the first trains. I'm assuming we had a couple running from the port city.
Yeah, from the port city, from the mine city, and from these and there's actually requests from the city that provides all the textile stuff and the wooden textiles.
Oh, you mean the farm to the south?
Yeah,
that one's gonna be a while just because that's one hell of a long.
They just put in the request.
Yeah. Well, my plan is we're gonna we'll build a steam powered sawmill down there, as well as some of the initial processing, just so the steam wagons that are going back and forth aren't carrying raw goods anymore. They're carrying partially processed or processed goods, meaning we can transport more.
So kind of like how it is done, like with current day manufacturing of like they'll ship like partially constructed parts to a facility, then that facility will continue building, and then so on and so forth.
In a sense, yeah, we're entering. Well, we're talking about with raw materials. Almost all processing into refined goods happens within this city. I would imagine that there's factories upon factories in Silver Spring, whatever our place is called.
Silversmith? No, it's just a straight up. The city to the north. Yeah.
Our city.
Yeah.
It's not Silver Spring. It was
Silver Spring. Sorry,
I thought it was
Silver Spring and Silversmith. I'm dumb.
Yeah, I thought it was like Springwood or something like that. I'm getting all the places mixed up now.
Don't worry. I'm
actually looking at the freaking
We'll
map.
probably be allowed to rename it soon enough.
Don't worry. I fully imagine that in time we can successfully build under the mountains and create a nice new society. It'll probably be very terrible, but
no,
what it would look like.
The mountain is going to be turned into a massive fortress.
So all this is going to be a massive fortress.
Oh yeah. The thing is also the mountain's going to have a bunch of stuff in it.
I was thinking more like something like this. I posted in the general tabletop.
What is this? What in the hell is this?
What the?
Moscow Metro.
What?
Oh, got it.
Oh,
Got it. I see. I'm guessing this is from Metro 2030.
Yep, Metro 2033.
Yep.
In time.
Got it. Yeah.
The
thing is, we're probably utilizing much better measurement stuff that we've developed to get much more precise mining, and we're probably doing basically grid mining right now. Mm-hmm. So, and then also, with the advent of concrete, though, one thing I'm going to do to make our rail lines stronger, going to this other area, we're not going to use wooden ties anymore. We're swapping over to concrete ties.
Ooh.
Yeah, hard to break.
Nice.
So, yeah, because we got concrete, we might as well save the wood material, which is much more of a limited resource than concrete. So, are you guys ready to begin? We'll basically be doing both the engine and the line at the same time. Mm-hmm. And my thought is we should we'll start using steam wagons, things like that, for the initial construction of the rail line. But once it's partially complete, we'll get the train on it, and that'll be used for moving far more material back and forth to speed up construction.
Sounds good.
Yep, so. Okay.
Oh,
so I guess I'm going to need to roll my craft machinery then.
Of course.
Yep. Hold on, I got to pull that up because that is a big number these days. It's a biggin. Okay, we're looking at craft machinery, which should be a... There it is. In this situation, because I also have Masterwork Tools, it's a 29.
Could I assist you with the knowledge engineering?
That's up to Ty.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're starting to be an engineer, just like me.
15?
Oh, yeah. That make it a 31.
All right. Well, either way, there's more than enough anyway. It's just now more
35.
than... Oh, god damn!
In other words, the Stumpy was able to help move shit.
Yeah. Stumpy was able to help move shit as William just sits there with a chalkboard and just draws out little rail lines and just direct some of his graduates and people's trained and advanced people that's getting ready to graduate. You do here, you do here, you do here, and I'll take care of this since it's a lot more sensitive.
Yeah. Well, one of the secrets we'll have in this is we'll also make areas that we can slip large amounts of TNT into for the future sabotaging of the lines. So we'll keep those hidden. But yeah, so also, how is at the mine itself? They're starting to dig down. How are they doing so far with that?
I think pretty well. Yeah, I'd say pretty well. I'm not going to
Yeah, I
roll
mean, they've got
dice.
access to TNT. So
Yeah, because you got access to TNT and advanced
not only
equipment.
that,
So
but concrete
yeah,
reinforcement rather than traditional wood reinforcement.
yeah.
And steam
So,
power means, better pumps for water.
so you're doing pretty well, of course. Like the jackets I assume we provide is enough to keep the miners still free to the death. So yeah, you're doing fine.
Yeah. Yep. Miners ain't freezing. That's the important thing, boys.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think I'm gonna do my thing. I'll go. Or how the soldier or how the militia look in terms of like their train more over their accuracy. Are they starting to get a little bit more accurate, or
Still a little bit ragtag. This I'll roll for.
I'll roll for it.
Yeah, it's ragtag. So yeah, roll to see if we can help improve it.
Is it /R, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
/R 1d20 plus. What will be the modifier for him?
They've been training for a while, so I say 10.
Oh, nice.
Oh, just a D20.
Plus 10.
Oh. Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
God.
11.
It does not help. They're pretty much the scene Police Academy where they start firearms for the first time, where they accepted what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still missing like crazy.
But hey, they're slowly getting better. Remember, these are like proto level 1 gunslingers right here. So
Yeah.
or being retrained from other classes. So
Yeah, I'll just help with the train. I'll just send reports to Seawall, basically giving them the update.
Yep.
What's going on?
I think the term we're looking for here is accuracy by volume.
All right.
Hopefully it's not Stormtrooper accuracy by volume.
Oh God, I remember that anime.
Yeah.
Great Pretender. That's a great scene. Hold on, yeah. I think I got the meme of it.
But yeah, there's no high towers with hand cannons in your midst right now.
How are they on? I'm also gonna send. Actually, I'm gonna be
hand to hand such weapon combat.
Yeah, I wanna. How are they on hand to hand? I'm guessing just subpar.
If they're former heroes actually do get the just because they're former heroes, but citizens and basic people, yeah, they're pretty much subpar.
Well, also, remember, I've still got to figure out the blade bayonet.
You could see if you could train them in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just blades for now, because I don't think he has a bayonet for.
Yeah.
So I will start training the civilians and also see if some heroes who are a little bit more proficient start helping the civilians train a little bit better in hand-to-hand combat, or even using blades or whatever in case they need to. If an enemy gets close, they need to draw swords or whatever they have.
All right, Simmer, roll to see how you do.
Just D20.
D20 plus 10.
25.
All right, you do better, and actually, the citizens is actually getting better at hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm.
They to the point they actually get hang with some of the heroes.
You should be teaching them on pole arms because like short spears, because those will be the most similar to a bayoneted musket.
That's what I was already teaching them on, is like somewhat spears, because spears are like the easiest. Yeah, short spears are like the easiest to train people on. So that's what I was doing, and I'm also gonna ask Seawall if probably like weekly or monthly competitions, if How many militia members do we have right now?
Let's
Like,
see
what's the-
now. If I remember, you have about at least 200 by now.
Yeah.
Compared to, like, quote unquote, fail, failure heroes and people from the people from the town.
Yeah, remember, this is a militia, not a military.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
just checking in. So
Yeah.
we'll still
we
we'll still
probably
keep
have about 75 of them hanging out in the port city just for security. Then the other the 25 will be up in the mines just to deal with disputes. Then 100 in the city itself. That's kind of how I would distribute them.
And are you gonna also have them as somewhat of a police force as well, or you already have a dedicated police force for that?
Technically speaking, that would be the King's Guards, but I'm presuming we've corrupted them enough that we're handling it most day to day at this point.
Well, you do have the captain of the guards in your back pocket.
Yeah.
As long as nothing severe happens, the Pelicans will not stop by.
Yeah, exactly. We're not doing anything stupid. We're, arresting actual criminals that aren't, paying their dues to us. Also, we have a rule. Our guys don't shit where we eat, so they don't do crime in the city. They do crime elsewhere.
And if they do, you're prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
No, if one of our guys who already promised not to do it does it, we need corpses for anatomy training, so.
And thanks to Bib's interference, no one's going to fuck with Enzo's bar anymore.
Good.
Also, I'll do this my character will do this every week or so, or every couple of weeks. He will also, like, when the troops are in their or when the militia's in their barracks, he will.
Well, remember, this is a militia. The ones in the city probably have homes and jobs day to day. Think of this more like National Guard.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the ones that are in quote unquote barracks, that's like the miners.
Like the mine, like you see the miners' badge right here. This is their barracks, and okay, there goes.
Yeah,
this is their barracks. The King's Guard has their own private barracks.
Yeah,
and the regular militia is pretty much at home. They have jobs, they have careers.
Yeah.
Some of them still go out to be
miners.
Some of them still go out to be heroes, even though no one respects them.
Yeah.
I think what I'll do is I'll occasionally cook. I want to get my cooking real up. I want to be a really good cook.
Yep.
So maybe every now and then, have some food delivered to Mushman or whatever, or wherever they are, and just, a little bit of meals. So I'll start doing that, because I am really good at cooking. I want to spread the joy of cooking. Cooking is life. Food is everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
I would say evil Sanji, but technically Sanji is chaotic neutral, so.
Yep, so. How long does it take us to get the rail line up and running to the mines?
Like, I assume from here to here.
Yeah,
so
we're running from wherever the yard is, because we do have a rail yard that we've set up, or at least an area we've designated for it with warehouses. So the line is running from there to the mines.
I'll say you're 45 from earlier. Should take no more than probably a month or two, because everyone's experienced by now, so they can build a bit faster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the concrete ties are much tougher, so less rejection rate on those. We're using steel lines, so plus TNT to blast the boulders out of the way.
The princess actually. Okay, so two things. One, the princess actually impressed by your work. And two, the king actually stops by every once in a while to the king and a couple of his guards was stopped by once. Danko's bodyguard stopped by once in a while to look and promise to be impressed.
Yeah. Well, also simultaneously, Along this line, I think we should also build a concrete reinforced road.
Sounds good.
It's kind of similar to Roman style a little bit, just using more concrete and rebar.
I'm guessing having it also where it's like it's not like straight, but like little. I don't know how the way to say it.
It's
Just like
slightly
when
it's slightly concave. I think it's convex, or is it concave? Where it's slightly bowed in the middle, so water runs off to the sides.
Convex.
Yeah, convex. Yep, there we go. Yep, concave is in, convex is out. So it's a slightly convex road by design. It's going to be nice and reinforced, fairly smooth, meaning that utilize. I'm guessing the steam wagons will now get a boost to speed, or they can go much longer or much more easily up here. So, yeah. Because we'll still be needing them for certain tasks going to and from there. But I'm presuming that because we've got a train line going there and a dedicated engine. That means we've been able to increase input and output.
Yep, but that also means the king increase the taxes because, well, he wants his due, even if it does absolutely nothing.
Well, I mean, is he increasing the percentage of taxes he's taking, or is it just the percentage?
Increasing the percentage.
Oh wow, he's being kind of a dick, isn't he?
I told you Sorcerer was a dick.
Are we still profitable?
Barely.
Okay, we'll have to continue to. We'll have to figure out other ways of getting that stuff out of here without him noticing.
Yeah.
What do you got? Do you think we should move some of our? No. We need to get him a windfall. I'm assuming we sent some gifts to the king already.
Yeah. Actually, roll to see how well the king liked them, and depending on your rolls, he might actually lower the tax. Well, adjust the taxes so it'd be more.
Okay. What would that rate? What would that be? What am I basing this off of?
Let me check. I think I know what you could roll, but let me double check.
Because diplomacy is one of those things for that.
All right.
Obviously.
All right.
I mean,
you can roll diplomacy or deception.
My diplomacy is slightly better. We're not exactly trying to deceive him in this case. Do I get any bonuses for things I've sent in already?
5.
Okay, so 17. 31.
Yeah, the king's like, well, let me see now. This is a very nice little trinket right here.
Oh yeah. So
like, you know what? Let them keep a little more of their money for now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see how these what they call rail yards and trains go. This is a very interesting technology. Why did they start building it yet? Point at the town over there.
Oh, the Magic Town?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, even though I'm technically running my stuff on magic, I'm converting the magic into something else. Because, to animate a train, I'd imagine something like a train, that'd be an expensive magical process.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm just, making a boiler and then something that just holds heat.
So pretty much he sent the lower taxes for he cut down some of the taxes and then sent it over to here.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
They're getting screwed even more.
Yeah.
Nice. High five, guys. We screwed over the Magic City to the east even more.
Yes.
Because the team doesn't want to take away his money, but...
Oh, yeah. Now, what we're going to do next is to increase efficiency of production. I think it's time we get a boiler and steam engine set up in the southern city, or in the more industrial area. Put some industrial stuff down here. I know basically equipment to mill their grain automatically, so it goes from what they harvested to what was it? Brain's not wanting to work.
From harvesting and milling, the milling will take less time.
It'll take less time and process more material, and it spits out flour, which is you can transport a lot more flour than you can kernels of grain.
I was gonna.
Yeah.
I mean.
All right. First make me.
ever...
All right. First make me. But diplomacy sequence. We know these people are like old school.
Well, didn't we get these guys a great deal from raw materials?
True. True, but you very true. But you still can't. Sometimes you can't change ways. You know what I mean?
Okay. And do I get an advantage at all with my diplomacy
No,
check?
just strip this time.
23.
All right. The mayor that the mayor of the village is like, you know what? You get yourself a deal. I don't know about this new fangled technology stuff. Well, yeah, but you've done well for good so far. So we'll trust you for now.
Yep. So we'll be building 2 facilities down here, and I think you guys are in agreement. The 2 we want to build. So technically be 3 buildings. One will be there will be a dedicated building for the boiler and steam for the boiler. Then each building will have its own steam engines that run off that boiler, and it's going to be running a sawmill and a regular wheat mill. So let's get constructing, boys.
I can't really do much in construction, but
It's fine. I mean, I'm assuming, Kira, you're going to do another knowledge engineering to help out.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
You
help. Yeah, you help. 47 to build a new facility.
And like, say 2 weeks, the facility is built to all of the wheat farmers and lumberjacks.
Oh yeah, and then we start showing off the processing of some of those big trees into get them down into boards. And that's just more they can transport to us.
Couple little word because if the technology is this good, that means they'll be out of a job soon. But
wait, who's gonna be out of a job?
No, a couple of little word because they're like, if the technology is this good, how long before they replace us?
Are you talking about the actual people that do the work?
Yeah, the lumberjacks, the textiles people on company. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I will actually sit down with them. I'm assuming I'm going to get an advantage with a diplomacy check.
Yeah.
And I'll alleviate their fears by explaining that the lumberjacks will still be needed. It's just you'll be producing more every day. And to those that you'll just be producing more every day. Not only that, instead of having to have your sons come out to help you, you can instead send them to school so they can become better educated. Basically, reduce the number of labor. Basically allow your kids to start the workforce a bit later, and in return they'll get a solid education. All I ask is they work for us for a couple of years in good paying jobs. So,
yeah, that's be interesting.
23.
Just beat a check.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I was looking for a 20. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is actually a good. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. I just explain the process. I show them some of the textbooks. I'm assuming that we're not dealing with like people thinking like everyone was illiterate. People were partially literate in the Middle Ages. They were taught by their parents basic reading and writing. It's just they couldn't do the more complex stuff.
Yeah, these people are like partial literate, like reading, writing.
Yeah.
The town you were building up is pretty much reading, writing, arithmetic, and obviously sales and stuff like that. And these first bastards got the full Monty.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and now these guys have absolutely no reason to ever go back to these guys up here because we've literally provided them with the people to maintain the systems. We're literally
partially. They still had to use their to ship out of. They start to use the airport as well as ship out of some places.
Well, why can't they ship out of our port?
Uh, it, let me just rephrase this. They use the airport for the prison uniforms for the
Oh, got it.
for the
Okay, got it.
prison
Yeah,
island.
got it. But we're also starting to.
You got most of the other things for now.
Yeah.
And that's only because this port is closer.
Yeah, makes sense. Yep. So yeah, but this port, also, I think it's time. Hey guys, I think it's time to update the catalog.
Mm-hmm.
With the different, great types of wood that we're producing, flour, preserved flour. I'm going to roll an alchemy check to come up with a preservative for flour.
That'd be on you.
Yep, I'm working on that right now. So, craft alchemy plus.
Are you going to ask Ella to help?
I don't have any skills that would be relevant for that.
If she wants to assist me, she can assist me.
She has no reason not to. Add +5.
Nice.
I'm mostly going
45.
to token. Oh, jeez.
45.
Why you produce flour, right?
Did I just come up with a near perfect preservative for flour?
Yep.
You know how we are locking that secret down. That is kept at a maximum. That is kept at a maximum secret.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. So we'll start marketing something called preserved flour and things like that in the catalog. I guess.
The catalog, yeah.
Yeah.
And let's pretty much writing it down and locking it and using a book lock to make sure nothing is that no one except anyone with the key can open it, including herself, of course.
Oh, we're not writing that. No. I burn all of the notes. Only a handful of people know the full process. It is handed down between people. So myself, the alchemist that helped me, and a couple of other trusted alchemists know the full process. Otherwise, they are supervising people that work machines, and they have no idea about the full process. We're kind of pulling a Coca-Cola at this point.
I was about to say, yeah, that actually makes sense because Coca-Cola does a damn same thing.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what we're doing. We've made a preservative. Next, do you guys want to invent advanced sanitation?
Absolutely.
Clean cities are always important.
What I'm thinking is I'm thinking of a massive construction project in the main city here. Rip up the streets, redo the sewers, and have a type 2 sewer system. A split sewer system where there is the rainwater system that just gets water out of the city, and then there is the sewage system, which will go to a steam-powered processing facility. Which, once its runoff is partially cleaned, will then dump that runoff into down the same rainwater system down the line somewhere, so it doesn't, stink up the city.
Well, I guess depending on what you roll, I have to go back to my map making tools or not. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this will be my 31, I believe, assuming Veb wants to help out.
Well, Veb is being his cat, so in game he's taking a drink.
31 to design the systems.
You need a little help. So I'll wait for Beth to come back.
Okay.
Because that massive construction project at your level, I need at least a 35.
Yeah. Well, he can't even get to me the 35. So we at least start the designing process.
All right. Yeah, you can start the designing process. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't do it instantly, but you at least.
Well, what I wanted to do as part of it is also take the solid waste and process it into fertilizer.
All right, that you could do right now, immediately.
Got it. Okay, got it. So yeah, we don't have the fully set up system, but we are able to we are using the old sewer system, able to scoop out the solid waste, and then safely processing that into usable fertilizer, which will then transport down to the southern city and as well as around us, because I'm assuming there's some farming around us too.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
most
we'll
most
increase
of
the
these,
yield.
some of these lands are farmlands, like here and here.
So we'll increase we'll increase the yields with processed sewage fertilizer. Welcome back, Veb.
Yeah.
We're working on we're working on more advanced sanitation and sewer systems and finding a use for all that human waste.
Like you just missed
As
the mark,
opposed to-
but but at least they get the ball. They got the ball rolling.
Yeah, we got the processing plant up and running, but we're going to need to do some serious work for the redesign. Because my thought is we use we rebuild it with poured concrete, so it's more stable. We also over engineer it a little bit so it can handle more capacity. And then the next bit that I was going to do is also split the rainwater, the rainwater system from the direct sewer system, so the streets remain clear during rainstorms.
Alrighty, sounds good.
So, yep. And the general thought is we'll probably just dump this into some sort of reservoir like thing. Obviously, we won't drink from it because things like we can only process it so much with the technology we have of this time. We can get the solid waste out, and I think process some of the chemicals, but we're going to still have to pump that somewhere. I don't have the ability to make like a constant, purify water filter yet. That's next level. So.
Oh yeah, that's like next level stuff.
Yeah, it's
Like
the seventh.
once
seventh level,
yeah.
Because once we have that system up and running, what we'll then do is I'll just turn it into what I call a reverse well, where we pump it down. We pump the water back down into the aquifer.
So kind of like a reverse fracking of sorts.
No. Reverse well. Basically, once the water is treated, it is fully drinkable. But just so people don't feel freaked out by it, we just pump it down into the aquifer again, and it just mixes with that, and then we can kind of we can slow the draining of the aquifer, basically.
Alrighty, that sounds good.
Yeah. Irrigation's also going to be. We're going to need the portable steam boilers for portable irrigation for irrigation systems.
Well, it'll basically clean it out into pure distilled water.
Yeah. Well, yeah, purify water is a pretty useful spell. And then I guess the only other thing to do is basically, continue. Okay. I mean, do you guys want to, continue working on the brainwashing? The two different methods? One of them was she was isolated, and I'm just slowly trying to unbreak the person.
Yes.
So, yeah. I'll continue with her. So, again, I'll show up again with Golden. I need a good meal.
One meal coming up. How well do you want this meal?
Don't make it like a feast for a king, but make it very tasty and wholesome.
You want alcohol?
Little bit.
I provide like a small glass of whiskey.
Yeah.
Not the really good stuff, but kind of like the middle grade stuff.
Yep. So.
Ironic, like just for shits and giggles. Ironically, as you which bar are you going to? Enzo's or his father's bar?
Well, the father's bar is in the main city where we have all the prisoners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, nothing happened. I was gonna say Enzo's actually coming up with a new alcoholic beverage herself.
Oh, good for her.
Veb just wipes a tear from his eye.
They grow up so fast.
It's a plus 13. Yeah, plus 13? No, wait, hold on. It's my D20 with profession in cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Which skill mod? It's an 11. Do I get any others, or is that it?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
Alright.
Unless you pick up Masterwork cooking tools.
Is there a class that teaches that?
No. You can get Masterwork tools for various things, and I think for those skills, like 50 gold on top of the toolkit, so it's not that expensive.
I will search for that, but for now, here we go. A 23.
That's a solid meal.
It's someone to warm This is something that can warm you up after a nice hard day of working, or just a nice cold day. It's really cold. You eat this, it's gonna really warm you up.
And there's whiskey.
Yes.
And there's whiskey.
So, oh hey, there's a gym pan.
Hello.
Hello.
So I'll go down into the dungeon of the castle, and I'll go to the cell where we kept the is she an elf?
Yeah,
The ranger chick we captured. Is she an
Yeah.
elf, half elf?
I think it was
Yeah.
half elf.
half elf.
Okay, she's a half elf. Got it. Okay, so I'll just open the door. And again, I'm wearing my full getup with the gas mask, and she'll see that I have a plate of food and a little glass of whiskey.
Food. Food.
Yes, and I'll set it down on the table.
She goes up first, taps it a couple times, realizes it's actually good, then starts to eat it.
And I'll basically lean against the wall, so she can see me while eating. But also I can. I'm also a little bit off to the side, so she still has to kind of look towards me while still looking up. And I'll just say, "So we're going to continue talking about what happened to you and why you disappeared to."
All right, I disappeared before the tournament,
Yes, you ran away because you were scared.
but I'm not used to running, am I?
Yes, you got scared. You were worried. You were worried that you may not be able to win, and it would ruin your reputation. So instead, you instead decided to run out on an adventure.
An adventure.
And
Yeah,
that
an
adventure
adventure.
and that adventure went very, very poorly for you.
Oh, what happened? I don't remember that.
You were attacked by some bandit magic users. They
Bandit
messed with you.
magic users?
Yes. They captured you and they used magic to mess with your mind. That's why you can't remember things.
And at this point, you might want to roll a deception check.
Any bonuses?
No.
Okay.
While the party is here,
I'm going to reroll that with my hero point.
Yeah. Okay,
20.
I was about to say the 13 is not good enough. 20
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
oh, yeah. Well,
Unfortunately, I don't know if your memory will ever return because we found you in a really bad state.
yeah, my memory. Yeah, I just remember my name and how to fight, but
And what happened before?
yeah, I was supposed. Like, I remember I was supposed to
Then you
go
were
to the tournament. I chickened out and I went for an adventure. Was it a bounty? I don't remember that. Or just
no, you were just captured by a bunch of bandits that had magic, and they used that magic to mess with your head. And then the Gearman found you while we were doing a patrol.
the Gearman. Who
Yes.
are Gearmen? Well, she never heard the Gearman before.
We're the people that have revitalized Silver Spring.
Oh,
We push technological advancement to help all.
oops, sorry.
And we've been keeping you here trying to bring you back.
Silver Spring, is that a new town or is it a renamed town? I remember
No,
a place called Springwood, but
oh, sorry, Springwood. I'm actually using its real name, Springwood. I couldn't remember the name
oh,
myself.
okay. I thought you were trying to rename the town.
No.
Yeah,
Renaming will happen later. Yeah. So for I know. Sorry. Springwood.
that's where I wrote down most of the names. Like make maps so good.
Yeah. Springwood. Well, you're currently in Springwood. When we got you, you were nearly feral. That's why we've kept you in these cells, and you still have episodes from time to time. Surprised you don't remember them.
I don't actually.
Well,
That's where my weapons are gone.
yeah, they were pretty badly banged up. I think that some of it was sold off by the bandits. So I've got no
Uh,
idea where they ended up.
that's
But
I work hard for those weapons.
and I'll basically kind of put a hand on her shoulder. But you're safe now, and we'll try to get you back to health. Okay?
Thank you, thank you. Well, and as she looks up, she actually sees like a little crack of thunder. And we're like, wait, I can use magic?
I've heard rangers have some limited magical capabilities.
Ah, thank you, thank you.
Continue to get some rest.
But thank you. Who do I have to thank? And why did the king? Why does the king's guards then find me? You know what? I don't know. I don't know.
For now, I just kind of squeeze the shoulder reassuringly. Just don't worry about it. Just rest. I'll fill you in on everything you need to know given time.
She nods and continues to eat her food.
I'll then leave, closing the door and locking it behind me.
Since I think everyone in the party's here, I'm just gonna make an announcement. Does anyone want anything cooked? I'm gonna host a little feast again. Everybody, I'm gonna host a little feast if that's alright with you guys. And so I will take request.
Haggis.
And while
Wait,
you
what?
take requests, I'm going to take some food. So, talk amongst yourselves.
So wait, what? So I'm just hearing some requests. What do y'all requested? I can make some specialties if I provide the recipes, of course, or the materials.
Haggis.
Haggis.
And that would basically describe what it is.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone have any special meal that they want?
No, I'm not in particular in the mood for anything.
So, alright.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Mhm.
Alright, let's do the roll. We'll do the Angus first. I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna use my hero.
No,
I think if
It's not
Beb gets
worth it.
drunk, he'll eat it.
no. Don't waste your hero point on a vanity thing.
Alright. And then I'll just roll the rest for
Mhm.
regular meals for everyone. Alright, so
It's the first time
I
you're making
think-
haggis, you're gonna make mistakes.
yeah. Alright, so here's your haggis. First time I ever made something like that. Everyone else, I decided to go with sort of like a stew. So a nice stew can really help you out through the day. And besides, if there's any leftovers, we can seal it properly and we can just reheat it. You can have leftovers if you want of the stew. Well, I just imagine like I give you the food. You're like, oh no! Like you eat the whole thing just right in front of me. Like 2 seconds, I turn around, it's gone. But also, well, I'm guessing the Beardmen they have like I would say cooking facilities or something when they
Well,
are
I
on
mean,
guard.
yeah, I mean there is probably a mess hall, but it's something that's shared by the gearmen as well as the factory workers.
I'm guessing depending on the area they're in. So like for the workers of the mines, there's like high calorie. Sort of high
Actually, I would probably call it they have probably higher protein diets.
or higher protein. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, higher protein.
To help them out with the long hauls. Even the factory workers probably have a decent diet because again, this is industrial revolution factory work. It is not an easy task. Even with the safety precautions I've installed in these places, it's still hard work.
I'm guessing we have a lot of potatoes.
Some, yeah.
Probably.
Because potatoes are going to be real useful for our work for the workers, which is how much you can do with potatoes and how much protein they have in them and how easily they are to grow. I don't know the actual process or how long it takes for a potato from seed to regular potatoes, but I guess it's not that long, and it makes a bunch. Also, did you on my tower?
Mhm.
You just gave me like a simple like I forget what it was, like simple.
It's one of those like giant binocular sets that has to be mounted.
Are there any advanced ones you could do later on, or?
Bruh, I barely invented the sniper scope. Give me some time.
I know. I'm just really loving these binoculars because I could see just about everything in town.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You have a portable version, or is this the other one you?
I
Or
probably
we
make
use
a
our
weaker
snipers.
power portable version, but I mean, you got that sniper scope. That helps probably.
Oh yeah, very.
So.
So any updates on that one prisoner, the shapeshifter, or the who could change multiple disguises?
Oh, I'm still working on mentally breaking her.
Uh, it's gonna be a tough fight. I'll tell you that much from what I heard from her.
Yeah.
Or know about her.
For now, we're keeping her basically chained to the wall at all times, so she won't easily get away.
In time, we'll give her some freedoms, like as good behavior. You've been shown that you're stable.
The problem
might be.
is that she is well known to disguise. She disguised herself as a fucking deer, even a bear. And I think we ran into her where she would disguise herself as a teenage girl, an old woman, or an old man. She has disguises that is suited for anything.
Are we sure she's not a changeling or something?
No, she just has really good disguise kits.
Yeah.
She's human. Just she's real good at what she does. She's very feared. She's like probably one of the best assassins you could ever have. Just we got very lucky that we caught her when we did.
Yep.
Because she almost killed our one friend over there with a poison whip, which is her main weapon.
We still have samples of that poison that I've got to reverse engineer.
Oh, it is strange though. Why a poison whip? Out of all
It
the
still
weapons,
cuts. It still cuts.
it's weird. I can just wrap my head around it. Oh, how are the two dumbasses doing?
Oh, the other two? Oh, we just got them in the cells. We'll start their brainwashing at some point, too.
Do you really want them on our side with how bad they performed?
I mean, we could feed them to the succubi.
No, seems a
Yeah,
bit
I mean-
useful for that.
Yeah. Normally we just, feed them vagabonds, con men, and criminals from the other city that don't work with us.
How often does this succubi need to feed?
Well, 2 of them are on a starvation diet. One of them is fed more often. Though it's probably not, luxury
So-
eating.
So how often? Like once every 2 days? Every week? Can they go for long periods without a meal, or are they just like us normal people, where we have to have a meal every now and then?
Well, we're talking about demons here.
Yeah. We don't even know how long they could theoretically, I wouldn't say theoretically survive, or how long they can go without a meal.
Yep. For now, we've got them chained in cold iron to a cold iron cage. They're not getting out of that easily.
I would say also just make sure to have guards check. I don't know if those two are just stupid and alright, or they're just being real clever about it.
There's always that one rule.
Which is?
When you're trying to decide what the case probably is, the one that relies on the least amount of assumptions is probably accurate. So, when it comes to whether they are actually intelligent and just seeming dumb or just dumb, which would provide the least amount of assumptions?
The way they were acting. And say they aren't really that smart. I mean, fuck, even... I was going to point to Seawall. Even he was able to detect one of them through just a conversation.
Okay, so probably decently intelligent. It could just be maybe a new recruit, or a recruit that just had a bad day. Definitely, seemingly one of the less skilled.
I even gave him... I think you know how I came in this group. I was one of the assassins, but I knew him for a long time, so it was very hard. And besides, he's one of my good pals. But when we went to this town, I specifically gave those 3, or just those 2, instructions. Don't draw attention. Don't be fucking dumb.
And they failed.
Very spectacularly. Well, one failed because he decided to talk real fucking stupid like. The other one knew how to get out of there, and the woman, she got out there, she knew something, and so... what was his name? Was it Andrew that you picked up?
I don't remember.
Like,
I call him Idiot 1.
the one whose name is James, Francis, and Andrew were the male assassins.
We're trying to think who's the first guy that Seawall was able to sniff out.
Andrew.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably feed Andrew off to the succubus if you want. Or succubi.
Mhm.
I feel like his mouth's just gonna get him in more trouble. Though for the Master Disguiser herself, I do believe she's gonna be a tough nut to crack.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, why'd you request me to make food? Was it for somebody, or?
Oh, there was another individual we captured a while back. I'm not gonna lie, forgot about her existence for a while, and she was basically kept in isolation, underground.
Oh.
Went a little mad, but I'm rebuilding her and feeding her a story about how she was captured by bandits that used magic on her, and it's screwed up her mind.
And to do that, you're being very nice and using good food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could be very proud of that. Food can be used not only to help people, but to help you. Nice meal goes a long way, trust me.
Help. I help people when it leads to my future goals. I've slipped far my fair share of throats as well.
Well, sometimes when you cook for the person you are trying to kill, it's much better just to poison the food. It's very easy. They don't expect it.
Well, on a couple of occasions, I've ended up brewing some drinks that were far too strong for certain types. Like, there was this one gnome that the order really, really could not stand. Not just like the type of like incompetent or anything, but like I'd say the incompetency was almost like bordering onto the malicious. To the point where that probably would have destroyed the entire order out of sheer maliciousness. So it was decided that there'd be a feast. And I would be a part of the brewing crew, a part of the distillers. So basically made a drink. Made a very strong drink that would put even the haughtiest of dwarfs on their ass within a few minutes of drinking. And, well, I had to play the role of being a buddy-buddy to this idiot, so I ended up grabbing the bottle, putting it down, racing it to his mouth, and having him drink the bottle. About 3 minutes later, he just passed out and never woke up.
I love to pick your brain sometime, because I have never done brew or distill it or working with drinks before.
There is this concept of alcohol poisoning that seems to affect other races.
Alcohol poisoning?
If you drink too much too quickly, it could kill you somehow. I'm a dwarf. These things don't really make sense to us.
It destroys the liver. It messes with various internal processes. I haven't been able to dig into it too deep, but I'm still learning.
I know that some people suffer nausea, and I suppose if they're angled right, they could just choke on their own vomit.
Oh yeah. Aspiration of vomit's pretty bad.
but where are my manners? I like to introduce myself, and I'm gonna. I've never seen you before, Mr. the Dwarf. What's your name?
I am Vebborn Berland. You can just call me Veb. This here is Mittens. Mittens, say hi.
Mittens?
Yep, and Mittens just neighs.
It's a pony that looks like it's got mad cow disease.
I'll remember that.
Because it probably does.
I mean, I fed it jerky a lot.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Scrap. I was a good friend. I'm point to Seawall. Oh, good friend.
We traveled for a time.
He had our paths crossed in the most unusual way. He was transporting who he thought was just a normal person. He was just transporting, not knowing that he was on my hit list.
Yes, and I'm not about to stick my neck out for some guy, especially for that pittance he was paying me for transport. I thought I was just trying to get away from a ballroom bail or something along those lines. No, apparently he pissed off some merchants.
He pissed off the wrong types of merchants, my friend. If you can piss off merchants all you want, just don't piss off the right ones. But yes, but I came here because I was originally supposed to kill him, because the merchants were starting to get sick and tired of him. Apparently, he was doing some real damage, and then when I got here, I didn't realize who the target was until I met him. So I decided to... Well, basically, he faked my death. Made it look like I was hanged.
Yep.
So that's what that body was.
Well, it wasn't a body. It was actually one of the gearmen that's a bit of an actor.
I'm pretty sure he was very uncomfortable hanging up there for a long time.
Oh, no. He had a harness on and everything. He didn't... It was just mildly uncomfortable for about 5 minutes.
And then we decided to retaliate, per se, by having their ships blow up. Because he made... What the fuck do you call it? Blasting clay?
Yes, and you see me just, pull some out of my bag and just
Stop, please. Not in the kitchen,
What?
please.
It's completely stable. Whoops! And it lands on the ground, and it does nothing.
I jump in front of Mittens to try and shield her.
It does nothing. It's completely stable.
You. All right. If you
It's
want
not alchemist fire.
If you want, I get it, but the kitchen I consider a second home. Just please don't fucking destroy it.
That's a good
Well,
point.
if I wanted to destroy it, I would take one of these, and I'll pull out one of the pencil detonators. Or rod detonators.
Stop, please.
I'm grabbing an arm. Please no. If nothing else, remember the sacred rule. Do not piss off the cook.
Please.
I slipped the rod detonator back into its case, and I pick up the blasting clay from the ground. You do realize we're using crap loads of this stuff in the mines, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Not in the kitchen.
Yeah, just please.
Unless it's one of the merchants' kitchens, then fuck them.
Especially their kitchen. I don't give a fuck about their kitchen.
So, Ty, if I remember right, there's only one merchant from that group left, and they're working with us secretly.
Yeah.
In this kingdom. The other one left.
The merchants that you're dealing with are still active. One of them is working for you secretly, but most of Scraps' bosses are still active. They're just scattered to different parts of the world for now. Except that lady, she's probably still pissed. But
Is she in the kingdom?
huh?
Is she still in this kingdom?
Yeah, but right now she's like, "Hey, don't fuck with my business. I won't fuck with your business."
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. I will
Mutual-
also say I need.
Mutual
how-
disrespect.
Also, how well is the kitchen in the castle? Is it like decent shape?
I rebuilt it, so it's probably okay.
I will look for like master tools, but for cooking, it really helped me with my cooking ability. I don't know if you guys know where.
If you need, you could come to the distillery I made nearby.
Also,
with the
there
specifications and all
are a
that.
couple of. We also do sell kitchen utensils in the catalog. You could just, go to one of the craftsmen that makes them. We got several of them.
I will talk with these craftsmen for the kitchen utensils, but I'm more interested in this distillery.
Yes. Well, it isn't just for drinking. We're also producing, and it's also more for industrial use these days.
Yes, primarily, but it does produce, the drinking kind of alcohol and even the antiseptic type of alcohol.
That we're using at the medical school, yes.
You're not only are you making alcohol that you can drink, but also for
Cleaning.
I'm a part of the Order of the Flagon. Alcohol's kind of something we learn a lot about.
I'm pretty sure I heard passing of you guys. It's basically like your guys' religion for alcohol.
Aye,
Like you take it very seriously.
very. And times like if we go to bars and it's rather busy, we'd end up helping the barkeeps.
Well, whenever you are not busy, my good dwarven friend, I love to pick your brain about this, and maybe if you could teach me a thing or two about alcohol, and maybe I could teach you a thing or two about some decent meals, I could probably go with it.
Aye.
Just, is your pet also going to be there? It looks like it wants to bite my head off.
Nah, she's a good girl. Aren't you? And who was... Okay, that was it.
I'm just gonna slowly turn to Seawell's character, see if he gives me a sign of like.
But
I'm
it's
gonna
just an expression of roll with it.
Yep.
I'm guessing Midden sticks with you all the time.
Don't worry, she's a good girl. She also has done a few tricks I've seen her do. I was like to show how she does them, though. Like, there was this one time she did this. Still trying to figure that one out.
Do what?
I'm Even the DM, I'm afraid to know.
Check general tabletop.
I once saw her crush a man's skull with her hooves and then started eating the paste.
So, Mittens eats people?
Yes.
Waste not, what not?
The elite feed are, hay or normal horse foods, or
Of
is it just...
course! I feed it the highest quality grain that you can find, highest quality wheat.
Also, grain alcohol.
Of course.
So, basically, this horse...
Don't question it, Scrap. Don't question it. You're in a city that's powered by steam. And the horse is what you're freaking out about?
Knowing you, I knew you were just a marvelous inventor, but I just never thought I ran into a horse that could eat people and just basically eats alcohol.
No offense, but you really should see some of the parties the Order has, especially when it comes to, like, the stable hands taking care of the horses.
How bad does it get? Or how good? I've never been to one of these drinking parties. How...
Oh, it's amazing. All sorts of brews. You have men bringing up stuff that they've made. You end up having, like, drunken singing contests, people trying to outdo one another, try to drink one under the table. This weird Chinese leg wrestling thing I don't quite get. Occasionally weird dancing. And I'm pretty sure that the horses are plotting something when they're drinking.
They're plotting something.
Probably, I don't know. They seem rather communicative, both verbal and non-verbal. More so than usual. And oddly enough, Mittens was kind of the outcast of the horses.
Mittens, the outcast of all the horses there.
The very first task I had to do was, rein her in so that it could be shown that she could be ridden as a mutt.
So do you ride her into battle sometimes, or...?
Yes, I do.
Well, I don't know what... You could probably feed her the food that you always give her. I was thinking of... I don't know. I don't even fucking know anymore.
I give her granola, usually.
Granola?
Some berries. Yeah, granola, some berries. Maybe a bit of jerky. That's usually what she has.
Well, if anyone else has, I like to talk to our girlfriend. I'm really interested in this brew making. I'd love you to teach me some techniques, or just some basic stuff, and then hopefully I can not master as well as you are,
I will
but
teach
to
you
a level.
I will teach you, my son.
Well,
like imagine that like a thick, imagine that like in a thick Indian accent, like you're looking at like a tech tutorial on YouTube, and it's like, I will teach you.
well, let's go.
Okay.
So,
right, and I shall take him aside, and I shall start beginning to teach him.
And so Veb taught Scrapped the raise of the alcoholic.
So I'm just trying to. Hopefully, he's teaching me how to brew decent alcohol.
Right now, I'm teaching him how to brew rot gut.
Rot gut.
This is usually like an initiation thing. It's really not used for anything other than more like hazing or torture.
I'm sorry. What was the second part?
Hazing or torture. One or the other.
And now I know we're going to try force feed Jen when you finally start to interrogate her.
Do I have to roll anything for anything tied for like knowledge or anything?
I think it's more just a case of I'm just imparting you like the way to make a very terrible drink, and specifically like
you really
how to
don't
make
have
it terrible.
Yeah, you don't really don't have to ruin anything for for something like that.
There we go.
Generally, this is one of the first things you learn to brew.
There we go.
Scrap learns how to make a basic drink.
This is like your poor man's antiseptic. Antiseptic.
Anesthetic, you mean?
No, not anesthetic. Well, anesthetic, if you drink enough of it, you'll probably be really out of it. But the cheap man's antiseptic. It's alcoholic. It's above 80.
Alright.
So it does at least clear out most stuff that would make you sick when you clean wounds.
And then I will teach you, my friend, how to cook a very good meal. For you, my friend, you probably need something very high protein, right?
Aye.
Alright. I will begin teaching our dwarven friend how to basically... we'll start out a nice stew that is basically high in protein. We will get to the other stuff that's actually making food, but stews are always a good thing. So I'm basically teaching him how to... Yeah, I'm just gonna teach him how to basically make a high protein stew.
All the gains.
You can call this stew whatever you want. I just call it high protein. Just high protein stew. I don't have any fancy name for it, but if you have a name for it, go ahead.
Yeah, depends on what's in it. I could probably think of something.
Oh boy. I'm the DM. I'm just sitting back enjoying this show.
That's usually the best part of being a DM is you get to watch the madness unfold.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything.
I have the assassin sniper learning from... what is your class?
Barbarian Cavalier.
A barbarian cavalier dwarf how to make alcohol, and he's also teaching them how to make decent food. This is the most weirdest sitcom I have ever been in.
All this left is for Jerry to slide in and go something.
It's out of no idea, just the master, just the assassin who's really good at cooking, barbarian cavalier who makes a hearty drink, and we have Seawall over there tinkering, making new inventions, and then there's Jim. I don't know what Jim
the
does.
next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to continue the mind breaking of the Master of Disguise.
Oh, Jen.
Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
You didn't start to mind break Jen. She's still sharp and pissed.
Well, I remember, as I said, the method I was going to use is the spinning, blinking lights, spinning pattern, while just doing a repeating, just having a repeating just repeating phrase, just said over and over and over again.
There was a technique I remember.
Yeah.
That basically during torture, not even torture, just trying to break the mind, you have the person, have them do this. Do count, or have 1,000 and subtract it by 7. And just have them keep minusing 7. So 9,993, and they just keep going until they almost reach 0. Mm-hmm. Apparently, for the people I've heard who tried it, apparently it breaks the mind or something a little better, or has them focus on that, and just that's all their brain thinks about.
I have some techniques that I'm going to try. And we're kind of using the weird thing where I'm using my class level plus I believe my intelligence modifier to try this, Ty.
Alright, well, if you want to go downstairs to try to break Jen, you could go right ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's brought into a special room, and then
don't mind if I partake in watching this or seeing how this process goes.
It's still highly experimental, but we're trying it. So I'll put on my gas mask and toss you a gas mask, so you just look like another gearman.
Alrighty.
And then we'll walk in, and then I'll go, hello. I hope you're comfortable in that chair. And she's basically bolted down to it effectively.
Good. Second. Oh, you're the leader, aren't you? Uh,
I'm considered gamer number one, and this is one of my associates, as I gesture to Scrap, though not telling her it is Scrap. He just looks like another gearman.
My
this
character's
this
gonna give a nod, and all she hears is just the breathing. From
this is why I don't. This is why I don't work with second-rate assassins. Ah, I heard Andrew. I heard Andrew has a freaking bounty. I don't know how. So what you gonna do to me? Torture me? Kill me? Try get me to your side? Even try to figure out how to use my disguise kits?
Not exactly. First things first, gotta make sure that you can't close your eyes. And I bring a device out to, basically it's a weird set of goggles that I'm going to fill with a saline solution once they're properly attached to her face. And they have little clamps that keep her eyes open so she can't close them while her eyes are still being hydrated by the saline solution.
I'll be giving Seaball a hand in case he ever,
Yeah.
or if she tries to resist. I'm basically helping, giving him a hand.
Yep, so.
She's a weapons assassin, not a martial artist. You can actually overtake her without whipping her hand.
And then, I'm going to use a little harness to keep her head pointed straight towards this weird device that's wheeled in.
Like, what the hell is that?
A bit of an experiment to see if I can make you more compliant.
Like, define compliance.
And I'll just flip the switch and blinking lights, spinning wheel, and then just a repeating voice line of "You will, sir. You will serve."
Pretty much a Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'll just sit there taking notes, watching her reaction as she's basically forced to watch this.
I'll be standing like near a corner, just like in a almost parade rest, just watching.
Yep.
Hey, let's see how well she resists this.
Yes, I'm gonna roll.
So she actually has some stats.
24. Damn.
Oh damn.
Steroids on the side, really? I just saw that.
Oh boy. I guess I'll roll a concentration check against it. Yeah, she's so like, okay, this is annoying. What the? The voices.
Yep. And she's forced to look at this just for hours.
What the?
Subject is still, as I basically speaking into a little box. Subject still resisting. Still resisting. We'll have
let me. Alright, so after 2 hours, I'll roll now a concentration check. So this will be -5 because she is starting to break.
Yeah. Well, I don't expect to break her in one session.
No, I meant she's not breaking. She's just getting annoyed and tired.
Got it. Yeah.
So with the 12, she's getting annoyed and tired and like, this is. How long am I going to keep this up?
I guess we'll keep it going for another hour. As the subject is starting to become tired, but is still conscious. Need to speed up this process somehow. Maybe change out the light patterns.
I think even the game wants to break her. Because the rolls are getting lower and lower for her constitution. Yeah. And remember, I've had to plus 5 to this now. Like 5 to this now.
Yeah.
So she is trying to sleep. She is trying to sleep, but obviously you can't because the eyes and the noise is concentrating.
And has she gotten to the point where she's screaming, "Get out of my head"?
Uh, with
Or is that gonna come
with
tonight
an
when she
8,
drinks?
yeah, she's like, okay, enough, stop.
Nope. We will continue going until she stops making that request. She is not in control. We are the ones in control.
Be right back, gents.
Yep, no problem. So,
Yeah.
subject is now making demands to end the procedure at this time.
Okay, that's 3 hours. So
Yeah,
hour 4.
yeah.
Her noise actually is a little bit more tougher this time.
Yeah. I think it's enough for one day. As I turn the machine off.
What the hell was that?
An attempt to make you more compliant as I take off the goggles.
She pretty much looks for something to eat so she can fall asleep.
What they're going to do is they're going. I will have a couple of my guys, and I will go with them. You know, remove her from the chair, bag over the head thing, so she doesn't know exactly where she's going. We'll take little loops around so she can't easily track her steps. And then they put her into a cell where she's chained to the wall, though she can still kind of move around the cell.
When they get back to us, I'm gonna ask Will a question. Will, got a question
Yes?
for you.
Yes.
Ever since you guys left and mentioned what you're about to do, I've been curious about something. Do you have any syringes?
Oh, I've got this, and I pull out my a little syringe injector thing.
So I've been curious. What exactly would rotgut do if injected as opposed to ingested?
I don't know. Nothing good, but I know of a willing test subject. He's also resistant to poison.
Perfect. And I'll give like a bottle, like a 12-ounce bottle of rotgut.
Okay, so I will hand you a plague doctor outfit, I guess.
Oh God!
Hey,
A dwarven-sized plague doctor outfit. Though instead of the beak mask, it's the gas mask.
mm-hmm.
And I'm wearing my Gearman outfit, though I'll probably put on a nice, thick leather apron just because this guy's probably going to start puking.
Oh yeah. Especially since
Yeah.
this stuff is caustic, is probably very terrible just for ingestion.
Oh, yeah.
And that has the protection of like having to get through like the digestive tract before getting into the bloodstream.
Yeah, so I'll basically we'll go to Andrew's cell now, and we'll open the door.
Like, what the hell?
Hold him down as he sees me pull out the injector and putting it into this unknown substance.
I basically jump right down onto him to keep him from moving.
Let's see if Andrews actually try to fight out of it.
I think it would be like a CMD check against him.
Yeah.
So that would be.
Mm-hmm. I would also like to note he's probably wrist and ankle manacled.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So probably a -10 to this check. So yeah.
A 26 CMD.
Oh yeah. You easily overpower him.
Wait.
What the hell you do to me?
Just hold still and it'll be over soon. As I slip the injection into a vein in his arm and then pull the trigger, injecting this stuff into him.
And I'm basically patting him on the head going, shh, 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 shh. Be over soon. Be over soon.
I basically check the time and I start, my stopwatch injection at this time. As I sit down as we wait to see what happens.
I'll take out a notepad and just start.
Yeah, we're both taking notes. I'm also, taking voice recorded notes for you too. So.
Okay, since I can't exactly think of any count checks for this, I'm just gonna roleplay what happens.
Yeah.
About an hour later, you can see Andrew just looking around like, Why is the room spinning? Where
Subject.
am I?
Subjects. I'll just kind of write down.
Subject seems to be see something spinning.
Subject's equilibrium is off. Potentially experiencing vertigo-like symptoms. Possibly hallucinating.
Normally, this is after about 20 ounces of rot gut. Well, that's yours.
Well, we only probably put in a handful of CCs.
Yeah, so that's like what,
Yeah.
an ounce, maybe less.
Yeah.
Yeah, as he tries to stand up, he's pretty much stumbling, fumbling, and lands to the
Subject.
ground.
Subject equilibrium is completely shot.
Subject shows it exhibits symptoms of extensive intoxication, potentially near blackout levels.
I will go over and check vitals. Doing the time, using some of my doctor's tools to check, heartbeat and things like that.
All right, medicine check.
Yeah, first aid, always fun. Or heal check.
And
I'm assuming my surgeon thing comes into effect here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the suit gives you like a +2 or 3, I think.
Actually, it's a +4 for certain medical checks. So 24 to kind of check while I take notes.
All right. Well, his heart rate is increased. Like it's almost like basically you just have him drunk with his heart rate increased, not to the point where it's fatal, but
Unusual. Normally, when one is suffering intense intoxication, the heart rate circulatory tends to slow down. Interesting. Seems to have almost a stimulus effect as opposed to the normal depressive effect that alcohol does. Must take a better look into the rot gut, see what exactly it is that would do that.
and then almost as instantly as you say it, the blood pressure almost nosedives.
I'm back. What's going on?
Human experimentation.
Like,
Oh, on who this time?
Andrew. We injected some of the rot gut directly into his veins.
Oh, I'm personally watching this. So
Oh yes. And we gave you the run by. We gave you like the rundown, like vertigos, shot, hallucinations, exhibiting
Heart rate is increasing, blood pressure dropping.
like heart rate increasing, then suddenly, boom. Not to the point where it's fatal, but
all of a sudden, the BPM just drops drastically.
yeah.
Yep.
And this all took the injection took
About
place
About an hour
after injection.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And about a couple hours later, he's semi-sober.
And subject still exhibits signs of drunkenness, even intoxication, even though he never consumed it directly. Interesting.
How are you feeling?
Like what did I drink last night?
Does he exhibit the symptoms that my character will be familiar with regarding a hangover?
Yes, he is.
Interesting. Suffering an effect of a hangover. And this was from just a couple cc's and less than an ounce of rot gut.
But it was directly injected.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably
meaning that the body must process it in some way before it hits the bloodstream.
Well, normally we drink an ounce as an initiation.
and an ounce is like enough to. What happens when you drink an ounce? What happens?
Case by case. Sometimes they try to show that they're good, but they do exhibit impaired motor functions, as if they went through an entire night as if they've drank a couple bottles of wine. Some they just pass out.
And how much did you inject into them?
A couple cc's, so less than an ounce.
Yeah.
So
Oh god, we assuming that he has the larger amount of about 1.5 gallons of blood in his body, we put his blood alcohol level at 0.5.
Nice.
Assuming 100% pure alcohol, probably closer to 0.3.
Yeah, probably it would probably be like around like 196, 198 proof.
No, that'd be
So
pure
if you-
alcohol. I'm thinking we injected something that's probably closer to 120, 60%.
Perfect.
So
Now here's-
we got him to about a 0.3, which is lethal to some people.
So if we, I don't know, up the dosage,
I think 2
Probably
ounces
next.
might kill him.
that would be.
Like
And
a
how do you inject it? Just through like a through a needle?
And I show you this little auto.
Let's just say this: from if you up the doses, the only reason he was surprised because he's resistant to poison.
Yeah,
A normal person will die from blood alcohol poisoning.
yeah. Unless they got really lucky.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I'm guessing he didn't vomit at any point.
Oh no, you don't see the vomit till like 10 hours later.
Oh god, so he's throwing up after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't see any vomiting during, because one of the symptoms of alcohol poisoning is vomiting, because the body's trying to remove the stuff it consumed. But because it didn't consume anything,
it would have just been at most just dry heaving or maybe bile.
well, you're also assuming that it's not irritation to the stomach that causes it. This was not irritation to the stomach.
That's true.
Yeah.
The body would at least know, wait, something's wrong. Okay, nothing in the stomach, nothing in the intestines. Okay, there's something wrong. It's going into the liver, something in the blood. What can we do?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just wait it out. I mean, fascinating. So this is what a poison-resistant individual would have.
Mhm.
But then again, when we have our initiates ingest 1 ounce, they've already been given a feast beforehand. So that way it would stay in the stomach longer, so that way most of the alcohol would burn off in the stomach before being processed.
Well, also in the stomach, it takes time for the body to absorb it, I would presume. It's not instant, because it takes time for people to become drunk.
Absolutely. That and some
But
of
there's
the
also-
it's
From
the stomach
personal from personal knowledge, if you actually eat something before taking alcohol, you'll get drunk a little less faster than you just straight up chugging alcohol.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else to
Don't drink on an empty stomach, kids.
Yeah, because there's nothing else to absorb the alcohol.
especially if the food you're eating is rather greasy. That
But-
really
Well,
does
I've
slow
also
down.
heard protein or fatty food. Yeah, protein foods, fatty foods also help. So if you
Yeah,
eat like a good
Mhm.
greasy burger,
Yep.
and this from personal experience. Who at once upon a time rarely drank.
yeah. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, that worked pretty well, I guess. The
So that's what I was basing Andrew's
yeah.
happiness on.
Yeah, so that'll be a useful test subject for poisons.
But he would be.
Yeah, so
Well, I'm
Moving.
curious. What else could we do with the rocket? And I looked like the little can, the little bottle I gave you that probably has like 11 ounces, 11 and a half ounces left in it.
Yeah.
I just take a small swig.
that's not healthy. That stuff's probably not healthy for you.
I then swish it around the mouth and spit it out.
Hmm.
Right. It helps clear the breath out. Feels good with halitosis.
So,
Dental hygiene. Possible use for
so
dental hygiene.
congratulations, you created Listerine.
Specifically, the orange that orange stuff. The
Oh,
orange.
God.
Yeah, not the blue or the green Listerine, but that orange.
So. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, I mean, we're just waiting for more materials to come in from the mines. We've got, I'm assuming wood production and grain production is way up.
Will. I just had a thought.
Oh,
Further tests to be done on Andrew.
yes.
If possible, try and retrieve a urine sample and see if it is flammable.
We'll make sure he has a clean bucket.
Flammable urine. What the fuck?
We'll get a urine sample at some point and we'll test it. I'm guessing it's not flammable.
Probably not. Probably not, but figure, you know what?
Oof.
This is like through an injection. Never
Yeah.
before has anyone tried doing that.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's not flammable. Also, it's
No.
probably dehydrated as shit, so it's probably going to be
dehydrated as all hell.
Yeah, Yeah. So yeah, that is going to be a very, very,
Okay,
very
I'm gonna roll a D100. If it's 90, if it's 90, 95 or above, you have a chance of flammable P.
Great.
You just missed. Sorry, dude.
Oh god, it's one of those things that probably smells horrid though.
Yeah.
Because it's almost pure ammonia.
But it's just below flammable. I'm sorry, dude.
And that means it's lower
almost
than 80.
brown. My gods.
Well, nothing else. Chemical warfare.
I'm wearing the gas mask still.
Yeah, I'm wearing the gas mask. I don't know how bad this smells. I'm not taking off my fucking gas mask.
Yeah,
oh boy, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Why do I need to roll fortitude while wearing a gas mask?
Huh?
Why do I need to roll fortitude while I'm wearing a gas mask?
No, not you. I meant the one who took it off.
Oh.
I don't. I have mine on still.
Oh, never
I'm not
mind then.
Take that shit off.
Yeah, I'm keeping mine on as well.
Yeah.
You're safe then. Don't never mind.
We need a test subject. Oh, Andrew.
Andrew's the one who's.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a match out and just light it and then immediately wave it out. Like, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean by doing that, right?
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you think it's leaving the bad spot, I think you need several fucking matches.
By chance, does the flame grow a bit larger than normal?
I'll say the 94. It goes a bit larger than normal, just not flammable.
There's probably a little bit of alcohol left in the urine.
Yeah.
So even if the body, with its livers, can't process all that out and has to basically put some of its... That is interesting.
I'm gonna light a match and toss it in the bucket.
If it lights up and then eventually just fizzles out.
So basically, like a little poof of fire, and that's it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Does that at least help with the smell?
Yeah, it's more
You know what?
a normal person will walk in here and not pass out now.
Yeah.
The good cleansing power of fire.
Yep.
But absolutely, we definitely need to recreate this, if only just so that we can potentially have chemical warfare.
I don't know. That stuff's not super strong. I've got a couple of irons in the fire for that
I
one.
don't know. Might it attract wild beasts? Like, they sense something's marked territory, maybe they might try and eat it?
Well, I don't know exactly what the component of their urine is that causes that. And it's not exactly high on my list of things to investigate right now.
Good point. We can worry about spray.
For now, how is the catalog business going? Since we probably sent out the updated catalogs with the pre-cut wood, and the additional tools and metal and things like that.
I'd say it's actually done pretty well. We actually get some business, a couple worldwide.
Good. Keeping prices low because we're getting our money through volume, not individual item sales. So then, what was it? Trying to think about what else I wanted to do.
Can I still do another?
Oh yeah. Hold on. I think it's time for some more philosophy check. Another philosophy check. See if I can get my ideas to catch on more efficiently. 21.
All right, you actually get a few more followers, including a couple of followers from Hope Valley.
Oh, nice. I guess I'm still corresponding with the priestess there now and again.
Yeah.
Which goddess does she follow, by the way?
Let me double check.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I didn't write it down, but I did tell you to check.
Could Mittens, with an acrobatics check, try and do pretty horse dances outside of Emzo's bar to try and drum up business?
Make me a roll to see.
11.
Alright, you actually could track a couple of patrons that go to the bar. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If somehow I critted,
This is Min's dance, and no one understands it.
I think that'd be more if I critted.
No, if you crit, you have nobles going to the bars.
Yeah.
So, can I don't know if I can do it again. Can I, see if I can do a little bit better with, more train the militia for accuracy again, or no?
Well, it's been a few weeks, so yeah, you could try again.
Yep.
Alright. Let's see if I do any better. 14.
14.
Do I want to re-roll that? That's the question. I don't think
you could. Up to you.
Fuck it. Might as well. Okay.
All right, 16. You at least have a few hassle bears with his hand cannon now.
Well, remember they're using the steam repeating muskets.
I meant as far as what you call it.
Yeah.
I meant as comparison notes. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And I know I put the god somewhere. I should have actually put in the thing, so I can actually just click on it. And chances are I'll probably pass it.
I'm moreover just keeping out, see if any militia members still show signs of maybe they're more accurate than the rest. Not by a lot, but they're starting to show that
they can actually hit targets now, yeah.
Yeah.
Like movie targets, you still have to work on it a little bit, but standing still targets, yeah.
Yep, they're getting better. Remember, these are not professional soldiers.
And since it's already another week, or since let's do also pole arm training again. Since I'll include that also. I forgot. Do I have to put anything for the D20 for training with pole arms or no?
Add plus 10 because the hero's actually helping.
Got an 11. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's going to take time to build a
military. It's going
to
take time for you.
Yeah. At least we're having the heroes help, or the former heroes help out.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to check in on Emzo, see how she's doing with her studies. If she's picked a path among there are several paths she can go down potentially at the school.
I'm not even gonna have you worried because she's actually very intelligent. I guess from her mother's side, she's actually just.
Gentlemen, I hate to cut this short. I gotta get going here. I don't know if that's the session for today, but
I'd say this is a good cutoff point.
Yeah, the god is I think is Sari. I know it's one of the good gods. CSARA. I forgot the. Yeah.
All right. Take care, gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. See you guys next Sunday.
A week.
Hopefully, I'll cook.
A week from next.
Next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll cook a better meal for.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, gentlemen.
Yep.
Get you. But yeah, the priest definitely follows a lawful good guide of peace and. Hello?
Still here.
So I'm checking in on Emzo. What paths is she considering? Because the thing is, Steam Right requires intelligence, but so does Thunder Scout.
You know what? I'll flip a coin and find out.
Though, if it might weight it a little bit more, the Thunder Scout is much more adventurous.
Well, then Thunder Scout because she's still. Because remember, she's still the daughter of two heroes. Even one of them regrets being a hero, and the other one's dead.
Oh yeah. So she wants to go down the path of a Thunder Scout.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess we'll let me check. Well, I haven't quite gotten to that point where I can make additional vehicles. I have to double check what level it is when I get my second car or second vehicle. So hold on. I don't think it's now. It's Thunder Scout. Eighth level. So in a couple levels, I'd be able to get a second one, but I'm sure for now. Does she lean towards any particular? Okay, right now there are two vehicles that have been seen that we're utilizing by the Thunder Scouts primarily. There is the Steam Wagon, and then there's the Thunder Cycle. Which one is she gravitating more towards?
Steam Wagon.
Oh, so she's going more Steam Courier than because that's the less adventurous one, but it's still the one that moves around a lot. Nice. Because the Thunder Cycle basically is motorcycle.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah. So got it. So she's kind of more interested in that. Okay, got it. I could definitely train her up on mine. You know, mine is probably the most advanced of them since I'm probably the highest level one. So yeah, I'll teach her, how to properly operate the thing, as well as its design. And I'm just gonna try to take her under my wing.
Yeah. Nice.
So, I'll instruct her on its design, its construction, and also technically Thunder. Also, she probably starts exhibiting some of her first magic spells too, specifically the Everheat rune.
Yeah, obviously she's going to keep her one healing spell, but any magic is completely yours to teach her.
Oh yeah. Yep, I teach her that one and help her get her first spell book. And I'm presuming her father is grumbling a little bit because she'll be moving around, but she's not going down the Thunder Cyclist route. She's going Steam Courier.
Yeah, if I put, let's just say this, Orca would have been pissed if it was a Thunder Cycle.
Yeah.
At least it what's it called? He's like, okay, at least my daughter has somewhat safe.
Is she going to go down the path of the subtype? I think it's called the Lone. I think it's like Lone Rider or something like that, where instead of having multiple vehicles, they have like one vehicle they really upgrade.
Yeah, she's like one vehicle.
Got it. So she's going down the slightly different path than my guy. My guy's more versatile. She's more specific.
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah. And I'm assuming we actually she makes her first Steam Wagon and brings it online.
Yeah, it took about a week, but with your instructions.
Yep. Oh yeah. Plus the machine shops that are starting to produce these things in larger numbers slowly for our other Thunder Scouts. So yeah, and then she learns the very very nice advantage of it can pull a wagon behind it, so transporting a lot of goods. Which trade route is she gonna start out with?
Let me actually back on my try to think.
Because remember there's multiple routes that we currently have active. The one that requires Thunder Scouts for sure is the Steam Couriers for sure is the one to the village to the south.
So this one. So this.
Then there is the secondary stuff for transporting goods from the mine. Then there's also one for transporting from the docks. Usually people.
Well, technically she is from the dock. She is working. She does live at the dock.
So do is maybe she starts. Well, no. I want somebody more exciting. Are there any young women that have gone down the Thunder Cycle route? that have joined, since we're not exactly picky if it's a man or woman going down the road, going to the school, as long as they get results?
A couple of former heroes.
Okay. Any of them with decent charisma?
I didn't actually build the heroes yet, but yeah, some of them did the charisma. Some of them actually get by on their charisma, not their physical physical and magical skills.
Got us. They're just kind of they're the adventurous types, a little bit of a bard in there kind of thing.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll definitely chat with them, bring them under my wing, and do. What kind of impression do I get of their what was it of their alignment?
Uh, Half of them are looking for the missing bard that's actually supposed to be in charge of this town. The other half is like, I love bards, I love music. I'm having some fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try through. Would it be through diplomacy to convince them to the dark side?
That would be diplomacy, yeah.
Got it. Any
What's
bonuses?
half? The one that's looking for the bars in charge of this town, or this this kingdom, or the one that's
I want the
looking for the
adventurous type.
the adventurers.
Yeah, I want the one that's the more the adventurous type because again, I've got a mission for them.
All right, charisma
So
check.
you mean a diplomacy check to give me bonuses
Diplomacy check.
yeah, since I taught them all of this. Ty?
Huh?
Do I need to get any bonuses since I'm the one who taught them?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 5.
Okay. 36.
Ooh.
As I basically pull them aside, and I don't give them my full end game, but I say kind of tell them we're in a dangerous world and we have enemies out there and we need to make more allies. So I have a mission for the group of you. You're some of the best thunder cyclists I've gotten so far out of the academy. You're also a little bit of free spirits.
Yes, of course.
I want you to be the in a sense the face of the thunder cyclists, of our scouts, our cavalry, effectively. And I want you to go out into the world a little bit, specifically to the Sorcerer Republic to the west. And I want you to start hanging around the magic school there, as well as where a lot of the second-born noble daughters are. I want to see if you can't convince some of them to come to the school. Be a way for us to get more allies.
That'll be a little tricky. But being tricky is our game. Yeah, that's a challenge. But challenge is what we do best, right? Right, ladies.
Also, we might be able to snare the attention of some noble men. You all are definitely different than what they would have experienced. They're kind of gesturing the fact that they're wearing pants and things like that.
Yeah.
They're a little bit on the scandalous side.
Like, ooh, man, now that's gonna be. That's more our speed. Yeah,
I'm
we can
hoping to
actually.
attract the noble women, which should attract some noble men to the schools.
Yep.
We're also going to use your images to try to get more recruitment in town. So we'll start producing posters of them, kind of doing the whole join the Thunder Cyclists today kind of thing.
I'm now trying to picture like those old World War II
we'll wait
posters.
for Emzo to become a bit more confident in herself, for her to become the face of the Steam Couriers.
Say again?
And again, we are producing propaganda, mass producing propaganda.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. As I said, they'll go out on their cycles. Not only that, but I'm going to give them instructions. Because I think these vehicles are faster than horses. So challenge like some of the greatest knights in the land to races, things like that. Basically, raise a little hell. Nothing that'll get you thrown in jail, but raise a little hell. Be a little bit wild child. Post posters about the schools. In the taverns and bars up north. and the Adventurers Guilds, all that stuff. Basically, we're starting to expand our network.
Pretty much everything but the Sorcerer Council themselves.
Utilizing
as they were
advertising.
just tearing up in a heartbeat.
What was that?
So one is like basically anyone near except near the Sorcerers Council building itself that they were just tearing up in a
Alternate
heartbeat.
path for people that unfortunately may not be the best with magic. Why are you trying to tear it up?
No, I meant the actual council, Tabadon Company.
Yeah. Well, no. What I'm doing is I'm setting up a trap. If they kind of censor it, we get to play the moral high ground of why are you trying to stop this? We're just trying to give people another opportunity. So they can learn technology and be helpful and help people. I mean, look at what we've done to this area. Imagine if our technology was allowed to spread, but if they let it stand, we just recruit people. So either way, it's a win-win. So, and as I said, we send them out, and I send them out into the world to have a little bit of fun.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And again, as I said, challenge knights to contests of speed. Help travelers along the way, that kind of stuff.
Alright, so I'll say this before I get to what happens with the night races. Essentially, thanks to the Dungeon Satch, you create like a mini. Let's just say a mini, not a mini taxi cab company.
Mm-hmm.
Like people like having trouble like coming and going, especially from Rose City.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually get to this fancy new city that's closer to the port now.
Got it. So, I'm assuming I'm getting reports back when they return for supplies and to take some time off in the city. What are the reports I'm getting back? How friendly are people being to our posters and things like that?
I'm gonna say most of them are friendly. Some more people drunk the Kool-Aid, a lot more not as friendly, but because they're more advanced heroes, they're not exactly like going like, oh fuck you, like you're a waste of
And
time.
have they recruited anyone to move to the city to join the academy for various things? Because they're not just putting up the steam. Sorry, not just putting up the Thunder Cyclists propaganda. They're also putting up good work, factory work. The steam right propaganda. Basically, all the propaganda we've generated so far.
Mm-hmm. Doubled. I say about 26 people decide. You know what? Let's see what this school can do.
Got it. Good. And also, again, I'm going to keep sending, very friendly letters to the sister the priestess out in Hope Valley, dropping some hints that maybe she should consider having a mission set up in the city. Since we're advancing medical technology.
And the advancement of medical technology actually, let's just say, draws the attention of one of the Sorcerer Council, particularly the healer of the council.
Well, again, I'm trying to corrupt the sister.
Huh?
I'm trying to corrupt the priestess.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to corrupt. Basically, I'm hinting at it'd be great if there was a mission or a shrine of priests and clerics that are good at healing. It would help us increase recovery times and allow us to experiment into more advanced medical procedures. Stuff like that. Basically, lamenting that of poor us. We have limited resources. We just want to help people.
Give me a straight up roll.
Bluff.
Bluff. Yeah,
Any bonuses?
that's why I said straight because it takes away the negative because you actually have a rapport with her.
27. And
Like,
again,
those poor people. I'm very,
we're
very
helping people. The recovery is taking a long time, and if we can combine our more advanced procedures with your healing, we could reduce recovery time and help so many people. But if only we had a mission in our city.
Oh, sure. Usually at the usually at the ask Lady Sailor about the transfer mission, but I'm pretty sure she would look the other way to help poor adventurers. We'll try to have it up as soon as possible. Thank you very much. I didn't know about what was going on in your city.
I'm saying I'm not saying that things are going horribly. I'm just saying that think of how much more we could do if we had this.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know how we like to spread love and healing around the world, and if you can help, then we will love to set up a mission in your own city. I mean, sure, I have to hear from Lady Celia, but
Yeah.
it's not the first time. And
I would also send one back saying, I mean, it's unfortunate, but if only we could start sooner. I know you, but I don't want you to get in too much trouble. If you just, send ahead, just send a letter saying you're doing this, and you hope she would. Basically, I'm starting the corruption. I'm starting that little bit of temptation in there, dropping that little drop of temptation of, kind of.
Spread the powers of chaos.
Pretty much, yeah. Basically, I'm using her good intention to corrupt her. Her want to help people. I'm trying to go. It would be. I completely understand that you have to go through the proper channels. But but imagine how much we could get if we start. If we got you here right now, and how many people we could possibly help in the future if we got it started immediately.
roll me in the check to see if you could convince her to start right now, or yeah, you. Like, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure she would love to help you, but I still have to go through the proper channel.
Again, breaking somebody down, road to hell, good intentions thing. It's one of those things. I'm going to come up across walls. Basically, I'm hoping I'm at least coming across as somebody that's just being a little overeager.
Yeah.
So yeah.
She pretty much says like, I'm going to try to help you as fast as possible, but I still go to the proper channels. Lisa is still basically the boss.
Of course. So yeah, but yeah, as I said, don't push if you don't have to, and I'll use other methods to corrupt her. So other than that,
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of all I said. I'm just kind of continuing to work on those different irons in the fire.
I'll keep working to expand the distillery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you need help with me expanding that facility, I'm more than happy to give it right now.
Oh, absolutely.
As I said, and
Orca's actually very happy about that because obviously there's more business for his bar.
That, and I provide him a good discount.
I think we've expanded the distillery into basically a protochemical processing plant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and here's the thing: Orca and Emzo, if they want any alcohol from my distillery, they're getting a discount.
Oh yeah, of course. We're keeping them friendly. Though I think that Emzo is going to be focusing more on her training for a little while, and then her duties as part of the steam couriers. So.
Yeah.
So.
Obviously, she can't do it all the way because her bar is pretty much a bar plus a dining room plus a place for nobles to sleep. So
basically, we'll find somebody to run it.
So basically, like a high-end Marriott.
Yeah.
Like one of those hotels on NASA.
Say again?
Like one of the hotels in NASA.
Yeah.
You know, that hotel that has like that bridgeway that connects between the two buildings?
Oh yeah. Like,
That.
and plus nobles occasionally actually do go to her bar to take a nap because, well, she actually built, thanks to you, to actually build a pretty decent bar.
Oh yeah.
And good quality alcohol and
Yeah.
spirits.
Yeah. Then combine that with the fact I'm assuming that our industrial facility now can produce, better lubricants and better cleaning solutions and solvents. Not only that, but I'm assuming we're starting to enter the territory of producing synthetic soaps.
Yeah.
At this point, we theoretically could just sell like the drinking alcohol at a loss and still make a profit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
So.
let's just say this. Eventually, EMSO is going to have to hire people so she could fully concentrate on her studies.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Again, we're
And I will be the one who does the interviews.
Because it's either you. Let's just say this: she only trusts you or her father for the interviews.
And also Mittens as the one that looks at you and sees if you break under pressure.
Oh yeah. Yep.
This is literally going to be a mini story for next session.
Yeah. But I'm also glad that the town is still profitable. I'm assuming that our accountant's still being a little bit funny with the numbers to try to get us out a little bit out from under the taxes.
Yeah.
So that should help a little bit.
I mean, obviously, can't go too nuts with it. He does have to get us at least somewhat close to what we're doing, but
but if he can save us like 5-10%, that's just gravy. Not also.
And remember, technically, you do have the tax collectors under your belt, unless the king directly collects.
Oh, well, we're not going. I'm not going to fuck with them as much. I'm definitely going to make sure they are being corrupted, but more in the whole, we're buddies, we're in this together, kind of stuff.
Like forming a union corruption.
No, more of a trust. Basically, we're doing what is called carpet bagging. It was how the robber barons actually came to power. People think it was they were just crazy monopolists. No. They bribed local officials to make sure competitors couldn't form in various areas. It's how the railroads got the way they were. They just paid off the local politicians to not give out grants to anyone but them. Yep, exactly. That's how the robber barons came into power.
Yeah, that's what we knew every day.
Yeah, but basically, we're gonna be doing something similar. Basically, the tax collectors just, hey, we're buddies, right? We make sure that you are taken well care of while in this town. Would you mind making sure that there's these guys starting to set up a company, setting us up a business. They're not wanting to work with us, bringing in outside goods. Would you make sure that they're paying everything they need to the crown? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, we are the knights. We have the authority to enforce the law, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. We're just corrupting them to push certain people out. Make sure that only people that work with us are in the town. Also, simultaneously, I'm assuming we're slowly starting to corrupt the guards over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically, my thought with them is just look the other way. Let crime run a little rampant. Make it look like social decay is taking hold in the city.
Like, just let the crime all right, but not let the crime run too rapid, or
do it slowly.
Do you want to summon the paladins?
Yeah, exactly. You just do it slowly, while simultaneously we make sure crime is low in the other areas, so we make it look like it's not a failing of the guards, it's a failing of the culture in the city. Because if there's only one city that has the problem, that can't be the fault of the guards. The guards are being rotated in and out between all the cities. At this point, they're all doing their patrols, so it must be a problem with the city. There must be a hive of scum and villainy in the city. again, we're just trying to fuck over the city until it capitulates.
Somewhere in a galaxy far, far away, somebody looks up and goes, "Did somebody take my line?"
Yeah. Yep. And how is the deeper mining going on in here with the advent of concrete reinforcement and high explosives?
You actually get some about more silver and more copper now, thanks to deep mining.
We will do everything we can to declare as little of that silver as possible, because that's currency.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's not the silver you could get from here, but
what was that?
I mean, it's not the silver you could get from here, but
yeah, the copper, obviously, the thing is, copper is not worth a whole hell of a lot. The silver is worth a decent amount.
yeah.
So yeah, and should we start smuggling the silver curie? Basically, we just report as little of it as we can, and we smuggle that out.
Yeah, like we take like say 5-7% of what the yield is, and keep that for ourselves, and report the rest.
I'm actually thinking we try and go higher than that.
Oh, okay. Not too high though. Less than 10%, I think.
What's the Ty? What is the highest we can go of not reporting some of that silver? If we make sure the most trusted of miners are the ones that are working those veins.
I could say 2 out of every 5 you could smuggle without.
So 40%.
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, we'll be smuggling. Yeah, as I said, we'll be smuggling out. And then what I'm also going to do, I'm going to use a craft machinery check for this. I want to make just a beautiful repeating steam musket for the king. Includes the coat of arms inlaid with platinum. Just make it as Gucci and just and
gaudy.
No, not gaudy. Tie it into the aesthetics of the kingdom. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do the inlaid platinum. And then I'm going to do a very deep bluing, so it's got this just beautiful, like white, silvery, goldy two-tone with a dark blue. And then make sure that the coat of arms of the king is engraved into it in that platinum. I just want to make this thing very, very nice for the king.
I go right ahead. Good luck.
33.
33, the king very much appreciates it.
Yeah, just a very beautiful repeating steam musket.
Like he sends Soso to pick it up and like, oh, thank you.
So
and then takes it back.
As a continued appreciation.
So something like ostentatious, something like this.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
This will be in the general tabletop.
Yeah, but again, the barrel has inline stuff too. There's like inlined platinum in the barrel, which again, it's Gucci. Yeah, exactly. A deep bluing, very beautiful coat of arms of the kingdom. Again,
blue steel is really beautiful.
Oh yeah, blue steel when you're combining it with gold
or platinum
because they don't tarnish. So yeah, and again, this is a repeating steam musket. We'll send along, the how to run it, that you would need to have every day a simple spell cast upon it that any wizard could learn, and we'll include the instructions for the court wizard to be able to do this. And then all you have to do is you take about a minute to fill up the water reservoir. Then you've got 6 shots. So. And that if he ever needs to, he can just contact us, and we'll make sure he has plenty of, and we'll make sure we'll get him ammunition.
Decent amount of ammo.
Yeah, decent amount of ammo at
at a decent. Yeah, at cost.
Yeah. So basically, he has a new toy when he wants to go hunting.
And we absolutely have to make sure it works.
Yeah.
The last thing we want is for him to do it, then have like a 7 Kingdom situation.
Yeah. So. Yep. So yeah, the weapon is fully. Yeah,
that's going to happen. It has to happen on our terms.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, the weapon is it's completely safe. It's a masterwork weapon. So. Yeah, and again, it's a steam musket, so he gets steam repeating musket, so he can see the technological progress that has occurred.
He actually looks at it like, this is actually very advanced.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we should hire them one. Maybe we should hire them one day. Sir, sir, they basically run one of the cities. And I don't want to cut my money supply. Well, tell them I appreciate it. And maybe one day we'll give them a tax break for 1 month.
A noble gift for a noble leader.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I'm thinking engraved into it, probably written in Elven, just because I'm assuming Elven script looks pretty. It says something like,
Live long and prosper.
Yeah, no, more like may the king forever sit atop the most beautiful of metals, platinum and gold. Yep. So, not gonna lie, kind of out of character. I'm thinking, if we can capture this guy alive, we give him the molten gold crown treatment.
You gotta get past the bodyguard or force her to move aside.
Oh yeah.
But that's a mission for another time.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, well, remember the idea is we're gonna burn the kingdom down in a sense,
and it will be done on our terms.
Oh, also, is this city slowly becoming more and more dependent on us for raw materials? To the west, to the east.
With the warehouse fire, they have no choice until they have the warehouses built back up.
Got it. And how is the preserved flour going off?
Oh, like fucking effing game busters.
Got it. We'll keep producing it, and I'm assuming sending fertilizer down here is going to increase yields even more.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that
I'm sure they go back to the drawing program to actually just draw some more trees. They'll just assume that there's more trees over here now.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So. Yep. They're also using a couple of those farmers are probably swapping between them because we only have a handful of people that can operate them. The steam oxen, basically the tractors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably also increasing yield significantly. So, yep, the plan is we get everyone we flood the market with this, and then when we pull support at some point. But it's good that we have a preservative for a flour now that works really effectively. That will greatly help. That will greatly help in sieges and things like that. And again, we keep that stuff a secret.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Much like how I will keep the secrets of my the 12 herbs and spices for the haggis.
Exactly.
I will advertise that it's 11, but the reality is there will be 12.
And hey, do you guys want to get into the drug business next?
Second?
Technically, we're already in because I'm dealing with all the alcohol.
No. Much more powerful things like developing, opium.
Oh yeah. I imagine we can work with that. We'd have to first figure out a good way of doing it without getting caught.
Yeah. Well, first we got to figure out
subjects.
an addictive substance, something that we can produce without anyone noticing. I'm thinking we set up its production in the mines, where it's much more secretive. Oh god, psychedelic mushrooms that we then process into something else.
Oh god.
Oh. Yeah. And then we get those mushrooms, we toss them into specific distillers, into specific stills.
I'm thinking it's a powdery substance that we sell. We process it, concentrate it, sell the powder.
I was thinking moonshine.
No. The thing is, remember, we want our stuff to be completely legitimate.
Good point.
This is something we're doing on the side specifically to start weakening. and something that we do not tolerate being sold in our areas. Not only that, but we, quote unquote, do research into a treatment for it. So,
In other words, we create some stuff, leave it out periodically. Some adventurer may find it. One of them may decide to try it. Then they'll realize how addictive it is. Then maybe if they're part of a party, the party will realize, you know what? Let's see if we can sell this stuff.
I'm actually thinking if we want to be even better about it, sell it to the nobles as an exotic spice. Get them addicted to it.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know that includes the king, right? Well,
No.
that includes most of the kings in the world.
Exactly, but we don't do it to the king here. We just quietly sell it, and we just let it spread to the nobility until they contact us for more. Again, though, we have to do it through intermediaries.
That's
so it
interesting.
doesn't go back to us. So. Because again, if we can get the nobility, hooked on the stuff, that's a lot of influence.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But we'd also have to have something where we can treat somebody to get them off of it, because every once in a while we'll have a noble want to join us. So.
But the question then becomes, how long until after the stuff comes out that we start revealing research into fixing it?
Once the world starts reporting its existence. So it's going to take some time to develop that. Also, I'm not super comfortable with deploying it until we're at much more secured location to the north.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Until we're there. No.
Yeah. So.
And even then, should we consider maybe doing it in some of the outlying countries before bringing it in?
Yeah, we'll test it in areas that we can ignore, make it look like it came from them originally.
And plus, we then could have eventually maybe mules will then come over the borders, and then we can get it in that way.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, that'll just be put on the agenda.
Back burner. Yeah, we'll put a pin in that one.
That is. See, that's why they're actually planning it today, because you have a lot of fire to burn.
Yeah.
I just put every once in a while, oh, by the way, Emso's doing this, or oh, by the way, this is what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff tends to happen every now and again.
I know. I don't find mine. Like I said earlier, when I got back from lunch, I was just sitting there enjoying the RP.
Sometimes the best part of being a DM is you allow your players to give yourself just enough rope
to hang themselves
with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I assume you enjoyed the session.
Oh yeah.
All right. I know Kelly has to go, so I guess we're
have a good night
here.
I'm gonna go on myself. See you guys later.
All right. I just kill the session, kill the recording, and done. Until next time.